In this video I'm gonna solve two problems on one of the topics that you absolutely have to know if you're gonna take higher level Igcse, not foundation, but higher. And as a full disclaimer, out of 100 points in the exam, this type of question will be worth about 2 or 3 marks only. So, but still it's 2 or 3 marks. So it's called recurring decimals and it looks something like this: 0.36 and then there is a dot on top of 6. It's not always 36, different numbers. But what this means is we got to put this as a fraction. So actually when you expand this, it will be 0.36666 and so on, right? So 6 repeats a lot of times. And the first step to do here is, okay, let's call this number x. Next step is we always multiply by 10, by 100, by 1000, and you will see why in a second. Let's multiply this by 10. So 10x is equal to, multiply by 10, you would move this dot decimal point to the right by 1 digit. So it becomes 3.6666 and so on. Okay? Multiply by 100, so it becomes 100x is equal to, this decimal point moves by 2 digits. So it becomes 36.6666 and so on. Now what we observe here is the following. Okay, let's have a look here. After the dots we have 666 and after the dot here we have 666. Okay, so they are equal, right? Meaning that after decimal point we have equal parts of 10x and 100x. That means if we subtract 100x minus 10x, let's do it. 100x minus 10x is 90x, right? How about this? 36.666 minus 3.66666. The decimal parts will cancel out. So that means 36 minus 3 this will be equal to 33, okay? 33. And so the next step from here is to, okay, divide by 90, so that means x will be equal to 33 over 90, which is equal to 11 over, divide by 3, 11 over 30. Okay, so the way we write the 0.36666 as a fraction is like this, 11 over 30. This was quite fast, and if there are questions, actually leave them below down in the comments. I can address them. And let me actually solve one more question on this type. So another question might be like this. Okay, let's write down 0.217, but then there's dot here, there's dot there, on top of 1 and on top of 7 as a fraction. So what this means is 0.217, 17, 17, 17, and so on. Okay, 17 repeats infinite amount of times. So as usual, we'll just call this number equal to x, okay, and then multiply by 10, by 100, by 1000, and you'll see why in a second. So okay, so 10x here, we just move the dot here to the right by 1 place. So it becomes 2.17171717, and so on. Okay, how about 100x? 100x is equal to, we move the decimal point by 2 places, so it becomes 21.71717171, and so on. Okay, how about 1000x? 1000x, we move this decimal point by 3 places, so it becomes 217. 217.17171717, and so on. Okay, so let's analyze x, 10x, 100x, 1000x. Which two of these 4 have equal decimal parts? So after the dot, which ones are basically identical? Okay, so by looking at it, you will realize, okay, there's 17171717 here, and then there's 171717 here after the dot. Okay, so if we subtract them side by side, these decimal parts will cancel out. That means 1000x minus 10x will be equal to 217 minus 2, because the decimal parts cancel out. So 1000x minus 10x is 990x, and then this number minus that number is just 217 minus 2 is 215. Okay, makes sense so far? And the very last step here, we're almost done. X is equal to 215 divided by 990. And we simplify this a bit by 5, it will be 43 divided by, this by 5 is 195. Okay, and this is the final answer. So the steps are pretty clear, I hope. Call it x, multiply by 10, by 100, by 1000, until you reach equal decimal parts. And then you can subtract those two. Okay, so hopefully this makes sense. And if there are questions, leave them down below in the comments so that I can get back to you with your concerns. And with that being said, if you like this video, please like this video, share with your friends, and it will help me a lot to grow on this YouTube channel or on this Instagram channel. And if you are someone who is looking for math tutoring, let's say in Hong Kong or online, be sure to reach out. We'll be glad to help you get better grades in math going forward. Okay, thanks.